All right, this is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and we are back with another Champion Spotlight. Today we will be reviewing Dark Elhain and all of her glory. Who is Dark Elhain? Well, she's a login champion that you get after logging in, I believe it was 90 days. Let's go double check just so we can see, so everybody knows. Here we go. Boom, 120 days. There you go. You get Aethel first. So 120 days of logging in, and you will get her as long as you just play the game every day. She's yours. Now, what makes her so special is really her skill sets. So she's got a lot of passives, but her main stuff is she does an HP destroy on her A1, which makes her really good for Scarab King. I don't have Scarab unlocked at this second, but just know that you can use her to take the shield down on Scarab. She also has this skill, which is really the best. It does a 15% increased attack buff on this champion for 2 turns, then attacks all enemies, and has a 50% chance of placing a 30% decreased speed debuff, which is amazing. So basically, she ups her attack by 50% whenever she wants, hits everybody, and then possibly places decreased speed. As far as her passives, this is where she gets interesting. So she fills the turn meter by 25% and instantly activates the Death's Majesty skill whenever this champion or an ally receives a freeze debuff. That would be this skill, which will basically hit everyone. So essentially, you bring her anywhere where she can get frozen or someone can get frozen, and she'll just keep AoEing the whole team down and dead. Then she has a second one that does instantly removes any freeze buffs this champion receives and replaces them with a 30% increase crit rate, a 30% increase crit damage, and a 15% strengthen buff. How awesome is that? She gets frozen, anyone gets frozen, instantly removes it. That's an amazing. Now, this thing is a little bit glitchy. Sometimes she'll get frozen and it won't happen. I have had it happen to me before, but just know that it's kind of rare and you really got to be getting frozen a lot for that to happen. I don't know if the AI just can't get it, but it does work. It's a great skill, especially in Doom Tower and Ice Golem and places like that. We have her in the Phantom Touch Blessing just because we want to get her a little bit more damage, and it does work better with a epic champion. Just using it for now, it is what it is. You could use different blessings, but I am using the Phantom Touch, which is a rare. Masteries, we went down the offense tree. Now, we want to make her more arena based. So we did the increased damage for the first hit because we wanted to be able to nuke things. We did put an increased damage to targets with stun, sleep, freeze, things like that, just in case. And we have some other stuff, just increasing damage in the arena, things like that, increasing damage inflicted when attacking targets with higher max HP, which is almost always what she's going to be doing because she's an attacker, she's not a tank. And then we've got her all the way down to Helm Smasher, which ignores 25% of the target's defense, which is really good for arena. And then we put her down the defense tree with some counterattacks, some removing debuffs. Yeah, this is less damage from specific champions, and then a chance to counterattack when she loses a lot of HP, like you would happen in the arena. So we have her more based in the arena at this point, because that's really where her focus is going to be in the long run. As far as artifacts, if you're going to be using her only in the arena, I would say get the Ignore Defense set, either the 20% one, I think there's a 25% one, or you can just throw these pieces of equipment on her and get 15% extra Ignore Defense plus the attack. That is an option. I also have her in a crit damage set for right now, and we have crit damage on her glove because we want her to do as much damage as possible with those AoEs. We do have her in a resist banner. Now, the reason I have her in this is because I use her in Scarab King. Unfortunately, I don't have it unlocked in Doom Tower, so I can't show that today. I will be showing it. I think I have put it in one of the videos that I did with her in Scarab King. If not, I will probably be putting her into the Scarab King later on, and you can watch that video. But I have her in Resist because we use her there. And Resist is super important there. It's also kind of important in the arena. Having that extra bit of Resist might stop you from getting stunned and being able to use your attack. So we definitely want resist on her. I feel like even with the arena, it's probably one of your best bets. You could do accuracy for the speed down. You could do extra attack or maybe even defense, depending on what your hero is missing, but this is what we've got. Now, her total stats are 32,000 HP. We've got her in 39,000 Sorry, 39,000. That would be amazing. 3,987 attack. We've got 1,746 defense. That's a little low, especially for the arena. She does get shot down pretty quickly. Speed is 186. Respectable, but not amazing. Crit rate is at 73%. This is only because we put the crit damage glove on her to get the most out of her hits. So she is over 200 crit damage with 215. Ultimately, you would want to get her a little bit more crit rate, so that she can get through that. Resistance is 189. This is pretty standard. I would say maybe 200 or above would be best. And accuracy we have at 50 because honestly, her speed down isn't too important for the things that we're using her in, although it does help. Now, where do we use her? Let's take a look. We're going to show you some of the higher end stuff. I just did this run to make sure it worked. So we're going all the way to the top. All right, right here, 119 on Doom Tower normal. And this is the run we just did. We are going to start that. Now, there's a couple heroes in here that do freeze, so you can kind of see what she does with the freeze. I did have Spirit Host die the last time that I did this run, but it was in the last fight, so it didn't actually matter. Now, I put the lower end heroes in here because this is more likely the team that you would be using when you're slowly climbing up Doom Tower for the first time. If I was to do this now, I would probably put Syl in here. I would probably put what's his name, Drexstar in here. You know, heroes like that that can get me through and provoke things and stop that from happening, which is bad. This might go poorly now, but that's the stuff you want to ignore from happening, and you can get some revives in here. So we did make it through this on the last time on auto. We'll see how it goes now. Hopefully these guys can survive without my girl over there removing debuffs. Luckily, these guys are pretty beefy, so they should be able to handle it. We'll find out. If not, I'll just run it again and maybe put someone else in here. But that shield is very good. The extra shielding that I have Spirit Host in, which really works well. Now, these guys have a freeze. So you might see, there you go, freeze, and then boom. One more time. You want to keep freezing? She's just going to keep using that attack, which is the best part. Now, last time she was able to do it twice, which is what got us through this wave a little bit quicker than we're going to probably be doing right now. Hopefully those bombs aren't too strong, which they were a little bit beefy there. There we go. She was healed back up. We don't have her in lifesteal, which kind of sucks. Hopefully she doesn't die. This is getting close. There we go. Kill them. She's going to do that. Hopefully we can get healed back up with Apothecary. There we go. We got some speed. We got some more shields. We'll see if this works out. So this is not bad considering they actually are at a handicap without Spirit Host. That didn't happen last time. So now even with the fear, I believe even if we get frozen, that's not going to matter. So let's see what happens here. There we go. So you remove the debuff. AoE attack, speeds up. We got to kill that guy right there. He's the jerk that might kill someone. There you go. Some more death, some more healing. But remember, this is a team that I would not say is the best for this, but it got me through. All right, so she's got block revive. That sucked. So this was a poor showing, but at least you can see that you can use her in here to get through stuff and still win, even with a team like this. I honestly don't watch these fights anymore. I literally just put it on auto, and I usually don't lose. So this is actually good that you're seeing what could happen. But even with that, Apothecary and Valerie basically will keep at least one hero alive long enough to win. Last time we did this, only Spirit Host died in the third round, but Dark Elhain made it through. Either way, ice sections of Doom Tower, she's amazing. There's one that has Augur, I think his name is, or Tormund, or some of those guys, where if you use a debuff or anything like that, or an increase a buff, then you'll get frozen. She literally just continually uses her AoE. So Doom Tower is a very good place for her. You just got to keep her alive, as we just saw that she got hit with the block revive, which sucks, but either way, at least you can see that you can win with these heroes. That's Doom Tower. Now we go into dungeons. Where else do you think she's going to be good? Huh, I wonder. Ice Golem, you think? So here, we go into stage 20. Now, I can replace pretty much anybody in here if I want. I believe I used this team on stage 15, which is what was going on. So let's see what our stage 20 Ice Golem is. Here we go, Ice Golem 20. There we go. That's our Ice Golem 20 team. We're going to try this out and see how it goes. So now in here, obviously, you're going to see a lot more freezes. Now I'm going to be using Syl in here. The reason I'm using Syl in here is because she's just better. I mean, there's not much I can say that would really change that. Now, I think we have beaten this on 20 without Syl. We essentially used War Maiden, I believe, as the extra. The problem is these guys do a lot of damage, so you have a chance of getting killed. I would also probably say Valerie would be a good option in here and then take out Spirit Host possibly, but Spirit Host is really good for getting rid of the debuffs. Really just depends on you. You can get through this without Syl, but I'm just doing this for the sake of the video and making sure that we win. At this point, when you're doing stage 20, I would assume you more than likely are either on your way to getting Syl or already have her. So I can't really say that stage 20 is bad for me to put her in here. The other thing in this is that if you're doing stage 20, oh, there we go, reflect damage, that's going to happen. This is what happens is the reflect damage pops up on this second wave, and that reviving is very important, which is why Syl should be in here. She's very important to keeping everyone alive at your stage 20 dungeons. Now, the waves take the longest in here. Sometimes the boss can take a while. He is a bit defensive. And I don't mean defensive like he gets defensive when you call him names. I mean he's actually tanky. But this is a good team for keeping you alive, essentially. This is about as defensive as it gets to make sure that Elhain and Kale can just do what they do best, and that's kill stuff. And it's almost 100. Actually, it is 100%. I don't think we've ever lost a fight with this team. Some guys will die. Sometimes you'll get 2 dead. I've had situations where the entire team got wiped and then Syl brought them back. It's all random, but you can beat this without Syl. It is possible. She just makes it a lot easier. Now, we got to wait for his HP to drop. Now, we're going to be doing the highest level here, but this is just to show you that you can use her in here for any stage of Ice Golem, and you can still beat it. This is why I try to opt to do at least the highest that I can do personally right now. I haven't tried to go further. I would assume they could beat 21. I don't really know. I guess we'll find out eventually. So now we're going to get him down to the turn meter, not turn meter, HP meter. Well, he's going to use that freeze. Hopefully not right now, because we just got hit with that other one. There we go. Got a little bit of health back. This is also why Syl's amazing. She heals everyone back up. There we go. Freeze. All right, so no freezes there. Otherwise, you would have gotten the A. Oh, there's the freeze. Oh, wow. Look at that. I don't know what the hell just happened there, why he got that attack off twice. That is not something we want to see. Let's try again. I'm going to leave that in the video because that's just something that could happen, apparently. That really has never happened to me. I'm very excited about this. That's the first time that I've had my entire team just wiped because he decided to glitch out and use that attack twice. So thank you, Raid Shadow Legends, for being glitchy. It's funny because that never happens because he's not supposed to do that except for when he gets his extra attack. I would normally just stop recording and redo this because that was a poor showing, but that's really comical, and I think it's great. I love when my entire team gets wiped for zero reason. And I want realism. That's what I want. I want this to be a realistic showing of what you're going to be dealing with. Because if you come in here and think that, oh, I'll never die. Well, guess what? Sometimes stuff just doesn't go your way. And usually the only way you'll have somebody die on this run, like this wave, is because the reflect damage will go up right when Kale's AoE is up, and he'll just kill himself. Same thing with Elhain. She'll just kill herself. I actually think I might know why this happened. I think I have Kale in the lead for HP, and I usually have Apothecary in the lead for HP. I mean, for defense up, which might be why that happened, to be honest, because that has never happened to me. I think I might have to adjust my team. I forgot. Let's see if it goes the same now. All right, so she's using that. I don't understand why she would have attacked him, but that's fine. Now, this is a bit of a slower fight because it just takes a while. Like I said, he's really tanky. Heal reductions are tough in this. It's an easy way to get yourself killed is when somebody has heal reduction and you can't get their HP back up. All right, so here we go. Freeze. Now she'll use her AoE. See what I mean? She's glitchy. She is glitching. There we go. She used it again. And now she used it twice. Real glitchy. Now she'll heal back up. Hopefully he doesn't get a turn. There we go. Getting everybody HP back up. Kale will die in here once in a while, and so will Dark Elhain, depending on what his HP looks like and if he gets off his attacks. Luckily, Kale can heal himself, see? So he has a chance of actually reviving himself a little bit there. There you go. Another one of those nice AoE attacks. There you go. He healed back up. That's why he's really good in lifesteal. He just constantly heals himself back up, and you don't have to worry about him getting wrecked. And I believe this is like one of the longer fights for the 20 dungeons that I have right now because he's so hard to kill without getting your team wiped that it's a little rough. So I think she got frozen on that one because she ended up using that AoE skill. So I think she was the one that got frozen. No one else did because she removed it. Yeah, because you can see all the buffs up on her. So she basically buffed herself because she got frozen. I thought at first that was a weird glitch, but then I saw the buffs on her. And I was like, oh nope, she was the one that got it. That was actually bad that happened right there. It's dangerous. This is a dangerous moment now. And that was the worst time she could have used that. All right, we're healing. There we go. Block debuffs. That's what you want when she does the defense down, which is why Spirit Host is better in here instead of getting War Maiden for that extra defense down. I'm glad everybody got to watch me get one shot. I hope that's the number one comment. Like, yo, this is the best team to use and we never die. And then immediately after, oh, look, your whole team got one shot. I'm going to have to go back and rewatch that because it was actually kind of funny. And I want to see because I feel like he did his main attack twice in a row and it was like a glitch. I've never seen that because that's his strongest attack, which is why we got one shot. And actually, I'm surprised it one-shotted Syl, to be honest, because she's really tanky. So this is how it was supposed to go. And I'm glad that it went the way it did. So basically, Dark Elhain is awesome for any area where you have freeze that's going to stop your heroes in your tracks. Who wants to take guesses as to whether or not this is speed? I'm going to say no. Yep, it's always garbage. We don't want that. I don't want that. We don't want defense. So let's get out of here. Now, anywhere in this game you can use her. All right. I would say you could pretty much use her anywhere except for I don't know, maybe Fire Knight's a little weird. I would say probably not. She doesn't have any two hitters. It's a little, little dicey there. So I don't think you could use her there. You could use her in Spider's Den for some of the areas that require magic affinity heroes as an AoE specialist. That is something you can do. I wouldn't use her for the later runs. She does have speed down, so that could help you on the boss if you are missing somebody who does speed down. Basically, earlier stages, 15 and down. After that, I would probably start switching. I did use her, I believe, in I think it's this stage. Where is it? I think I used her somewhere around here because I was having trouble beating one of these, so I just went in and did AoEs. I think it was 17 or 18. One of these two, I did use a bunch of AoE heroes and got through it. It was weird. I didn't do it on auto, but yeah, you can use her there. The other place that we use her, obviously Faction Wars. This is an obvious one. All right, Undead Hordes. Actually, I didn't use any of the keys, so that's good. So you can use her in here. My team is pretty decent, not amazing. We'll do the boss here so you can see. We have Dark Aethel in the lead. We have all of our clan boss people. We have this bonehead here, and then we have her. So this is the team that we use as of this moment. We're looking to get somebody who has a little more healing or crowd control. But at this point, we're literally just going on brute force. And these guys suck because they do unkillable. But she's great for faction wars, at least for getting rid of waves that don't do this crap. So if you have somebody that does remove debuffs, anything like that, it would be probably beneficial to you with her. I mean, we're really using heroes that are strong, but not really good for faction wars in a sense. Dark Elhain's not one of those. So now we just got to wait out their turn meter, essentially. He's the one that usually will die if anyone dies, just because he's got very low HP. But as you see, we did 3-star it already. So we were able to beat it without it. I think I might have had to do it on, not do it on auto, but I'm not sure. He's got the extra shields and he heals himself, so more than likely he'll get himself back up. And the boss will die pretty quickly from what I remember. And there you go. You got a freeze counterattack, and then boom. Oh, look, they're dead. Once again, freeze. I'm glad it was in there. You can see that anywhere that freeze is being used against you, she's your best weapon. Especially with that crit damage. There you go. Look at that. Just wiping dudes out. Frozen Banshee style. And this is mildly showcasing Dark Aethel. But there you go. Decreased speed on the boss with Aethel. And then Elhain comes in and just basically does tons of damage. I wish I could say that Frozen Banshee isn't the all-star in everything that I do, but she kind of is. Luckily, this boss doesn't freeze, but there you go. Nice and dead. And you got all your free stuff with all your free heroes, basically. So Dark Elhain, definitely good in crypts. I have not beaten Stage 17. I believe this fight was a little weird with a bunch of kind of annoying little things that are going on. So we were having trouble with the last fight. I will probably go in there again with the keys that I have today and try to beat it. I don't think we're going to waste our time with it today. And then where I use her the most is here. So we do use her in tag team, but there's no point showing you her fighting 3 times when we can just show you her fighting 1 time. So we're going to do a refresh. Actually, see, this team might be a little sucky because of this guy, but we're going to try it. So we've got Arbiter in our lead. If you don't have Arbiter, you can use Spirit Host. You can use High Katoon. There's a bunch of speed heroes that you can use in the arena. I have her. We're fighting in Gold 4, so I'm not going to go backwards to use those heroes because more than likely I will get my ass handed to me. So we're going to stick with the team that we have here. So Arbiter is really the only one that's really different. So if you have High Katoon with like 250 plus speed, she'll be just as good as my Arbiter. My Arbiter isn't even that fast. I think she's like 210. She's really not that fast comparative to what she should be, but she does have the increased speed here. Okay, so now this is where Dark Elhain is really going to shine. Hopefully this won't be one of those fights where we get our ass handed to us. It does happen. I can't stop it. So basically you want a hero that does your attack up here. You get your defense down. And then she is your nuker. So hopefully she kills everybody. That's the whole idea. Now they're dead, so that's it. So I think we can win this now. Well, I think we're pretty much going to win unless Ronda's insanely strong. So now Death Knight is a problem. All right, if Death Knight's not dead, then she's going to kill you. So we have Soul Bond here with her little defense down, her defensive hit. Defense is already down, and she's got attack up. We wipe him. There you go. He's dead, and now we can take care of Ronda nice and easy. So Elhain's purpose, see, that would have happened if the Death Knight wasn't dead. This guy, all of our attacks would go to Death Knight, and she would be able to keep attacking us. But now we have a whole nother round to F her butt up. There you go. She's dead. Dunskies. But as you can see, she's the nuker, and she did 100,000 damage. This looks wrong because she did... Oh, because the guy had the shield up, that's why. So she did damage to the shield. But as you can see, she did 100,000 damage, and she's not even really 100% built yet, but she does have really good crit damage. So that's the important part, crit damage and attack. You got her basically 4,000 attack and over 200 crit damage, and then use the rest for crit rate. And she's great in the arena. Just use her as your nuker. In the beginning, you'll probably use Kale or your starter champion, but Dark Elhain's a really good replacement, especially if you're up against heroes that have freezes, like Tormund, things like that. It can work to your disadvantage sometimes, but more than not, it does not affect you. So yeah, Arena is really, really where she does shine. Let's get out of here. And that's what I will be using her for. And that is what I'm using her for, actually. You can see, that's my defense team. She's right there. Nice and sexy. I don't know what my defense log looks like. It's probably horrible. Here we go, defense. I probably got my ass handed to me a lot. Yeah, see? I get my butt handed to me all the time, just so you guys know. because it's kind of horse crap. My attacks, though, I usually do really well. See? All these victories against teams. Look at this, 234K power, and we still won. So there are some times that there's times I'll get my ass whooped by teams like this. It happens. But as you can see, I can basically beat anything up to, depending on the hero's team power, 225K, 240K. The power doesn't even matter. As long as you're faster, you could pretty much win. This was a weird team I fought on stream before. He was kind of cool, so we beat them. And now we beat this team, which is stronger than us as well. All right. Not too great for defense because I'm probably getting picked on by teams that are just faster than me. Like, look, Rotos, yeah, I'm not beating this team. Like, this is a crazy good team. All right. This is a crazy good team. Defeated, defeated. This is because their speed and Gembo's insane and she's awesome. And so, yeah, these are all speed heroes. That's why I got beat up because my team isn't that fast. If your team's faster, you'll win. Say 250. This guy wiped me. Good job to this guy with less power. It does happen. And then, as you can see, most of the teams are more powerful than me, unless they have a really good set of legendaries and a really good speed tune. Because I have been beaten by teams that are all rare. They just had a really good speed tune and probably just did like 300 speed, and they wiped my ass. There you go. So that's really Dark Elhain. She's also used in Scarab King, like I said. I use her in pretty much all of my Doom Tower waves. We use her in any content that I'm trying to beat quickly. So like when I'm doing the walkthroughs of the Doom Tower after it resets, I'll put her in the team to do just like for the early stages especially. Just put her in there instead of if you're using the starting 5 heroes, Kale, Valerie, Apothecary, War Maiden, and Spirit Host. What I would do is I would take out Valerie and I would put in Dark Elhain for the early stages because then you can beat the turns really quickly and just blow through Doom Tower fast in the beginning. As you progress up the tower, I would probably remove Spirit Host and put Valerie back in to be the more defensive. And then eventually, if you have Syl, I would just throw her in there instead of Valerie and keep you alive and she can revive and stuff like that. So that is Dark Elhain in a nutshell. I'm glad you guys all got to see my first time dying on stage 20 in the Golem as far as after I built my team. It was a weird thing. I'm definitely going back and I'm going to talk about that on my next stream. I'm going to go back and watch the tape and see what we got. All right. So that's Dark Elhain. That's what she's good at. I hope you guys have been playing long enough to get her. And hopefully she is doing as well for you in the arena and in every icy situation that you come across as she has been for me. So this is Mobile Gamer Nerd. This is Dark Elhain. And you guys take care.